Today we're talking about the summer. Aren't you so excited that summer is almost here? I'm looking ahead at things I can encourage my students to do over the summer to continue their personal growth. In the summer, students want to laze around, lay back, sleep half the day, stay up half the night. And why is it that as parents, we so want our young people to do something in the summer? Why do you think that is? Pop in the chat and tell me maybe which one of these things you most identify with, or maybe there's some other thing I haven't thought about that you can tell me why you so want your kids to do something in the summer. So first of all, number one is when they're laying around and they have no routine, it affects their mental health. We were made to do things. So as much as it's nice to take a break and to relax, to get some extra rest, and take some time for ourselves, we have to limit that in some way or our mental health can be affected. It's really, really hard when we don't have a regular schedule or when we aren't really achieving anything in our day. And then sometimes we get to the end of the summer and it just feels like we wasted it all. And we don't want that either. We don't want them to feel that way. So if that's you and you think that that is the number one reason for you, go ahead and put one in the chat. The other idea I had is the summer is their opportunity to do something. This is their opportunity to show what they can do with some extra free time. So as parents, we recognize that as life goes on, they're going to get more and more responsibilities. They are never, ever going to have this opportunity again. This opportunity to have 6 or 8 weeks where they're going to be able to manage their own time and their own schedule. They're going to be able to challenge themselves and learn something and do something and grow, to really grow in their lives and do something big. And as a teenager, they have nearly the capacity and capabilities of most adults, and they have so much more time on their hands. So we would love to see them do some hard things in the summer. So if you want your kid to do hard things in the summer so that they can take advantage of that opportunity, put a number 2 in the chat for me. And I guess the third reason why we just as parents hate to see our kids laying around and relaxing all day, sleeping late, is because it just makes us feel better if they're doing something, doesn't it? Here we are working hard, we're putting in all the hours, we're doing all the things, and they're lazing around when they're more than capable. And sometimes we get maybe a little bit jealous, or we might just get irritated by working and doing things and someone's there laying around just enjoying themselves. And if that's you, if you're really honest, put a 3 in the chat. Honestly, that's how I sometimes feel when I'm busy and I'm working hard and my son or my daughter is just laying on the couch reading a book, enjoying life. And it's not that I don't want them to do that. I just feel like I would like to lay on the couch and read a book and enjoy life, but as an adult I don't have that option. So we want them to do those hard things. How can we challenge our young people this summer? Now, the first thing I'm going to say is it's actually best if it comes from them. Let's ask our students how they can challenge themselves. Let's see what they have to say. Because if we set out a plan and we say, this summer you must do this and this and this and this and this and this, well, that's not self-motivation. That's not self-discipline. That's not challenging themselves. That's ticking the boxes so they can finally do what they want to do. And there's some of that too. I always gave extra chores to my kids in the summer so that they could help out, so I could get a little more of a break and they could pick up more of the slack. That's all fair. We can all work together in our household, so you might have some extra chores that you give them. That's fine. That's great. Good. It's good for them to have responsibilities. But it's really a good idea to ask them. So maybe sit down with them and encourage them to look at their lives and see what it is they might want to grow in. What do they want to learn about? What do they want to do? How do they want to challenge themselves? Maybe you have a student who just doesn't want to challenge themselves, doesn't want to do anything hard. And I get this so well because I was that student. I was that teenager who love to spend the summer laying on the couch, eating popsicles, reading books. And those are some of my best memories of the summer. I often didn't even go out with friends in the summer. You know, they were busy, they were away, they lived across town, whatever. But I read so many mindless books in the summer. And even if I had swapped out every third book for something that was going to challenge my mind a little bit or teach me something new, that would have been an advantage. So if you have one of those students who really doesn't want to be motivated, I get that. And that's a process that we can work together and we can work on together. But one of the things we can do is we can talk about a bucket list with them. What things do you want to do this summer? And then have them figure out what it is they would like to do. Because sometimes they just need someone to ask them. I know my daughter one year, the summer ended and she was upset because she said she wasted the whole summer. She didn't do anything fun. And I thought, well, you didn't do anything fun? That's all you did was fun stuff all summer long. But there were so many things she would have done if she would have planned her time. And as young people, they feel like 6 or 8 weeks is an eternity. They don't realize how quickly it passes, especially when you take a couple of weeks off for family vacation or whatever. So it really does go quickly, and they don't realize how fast it's going to go. So let's talk about those bucket lists. Maybe we can sit down and we can make some family challenges. We can have them make individual goals for themselves, make a list of all the things they'd love to do this summer and have them tick them off while they do them. That's a great idea. I would also recommend that you challenge them to set out a summer routine. So the first challenge I would say to help our students to grow this summer is to have a summer routine. And it doesn't have to be the same as the school year. They don't have to get up at the same time or go to bed at the same time. That's between you and them when they go to bed and when they get up. But so that they know they need to get up by a certain time. And in the first hour or two after they get up, they have some things they need to accomplish. They have some chores that need to be done. They should brush their teeth. They need to shower at some point. They need to take care of some of the things that need to be done. This is where you would challenge them to add things to their daily habits that they think are going to be good for them. Things like incorporating sunlight first thing in the morning. Things like going on a walk outside. Things like doing exercise or going to the gym. Those types of habits that are going to help them as they grow. And if they incorporate those things into their daily habits, they're going to find that they are growing and they're challenging themselves and discovering that they can succeed at something that they set their mind to. So my first challenge would be, as a family, to have each person create their own summer routine. And maybe it's different for every day of the week. That's fine. You can change it up. Maybe it's the same for every day of the week. Whatever works for the individual and the family. So that would be my first challenge. My second challenge would be to have a reading competition in your home. Who can read the most books? Or say, this summer we're going to challenge everyone in the family to read one brand new fiction book that they've never read before, one classic fiction book that they've never read before, one non-fiction book that they've never read before, and one book about personal development this summer. 4 books, 8 weeks. That's huge. See who can do it. Maybe put up a reward. Whoever does this and does it the fastest, they get this reward. And make sure it's not everybody. Or you could say, if we all do it, then we can all get this reward so that we're encouraging each other. And if we don't all get there, then only the one person will get the reward. So that's another option. So you can set out by number of books, you could set out by certain types of books, or you could just have a family reading list and say, okay, it's our family challenge to read all of these books this summer, or read as many from this list this summer as you can. Maybe you have a different list for different age groups in your family. because, obviously we may have children of all different ages in our home. So that way each child or each age group would have their own reading list to choose from. So that's a great option. Do you have books that you want to recommend? Put them in the comments right now. What books do you recommend for other parents to put on their reading list challenge? Because we all are looking for suggestions. So this week I'm going to be collecting some book titles from you all. So please do go ahead and put that in the comments. All right. The third challenge that I want to give to you is for you to challenge every person in your home, or maybe every student in your home, because the adults may still be working a full-time job. They don't have the summer off. So challenge your students to find one thing to learn or one skill to develop over the summer, or one hard thing to do. So pick one thing. So one hard thing they want to do, one skill they want to develop, or one thing they want to learn about. And they can spend the summer exploring that. And maybe once they get halfway through the summer, they think, oh yeah, well, I've pretty much explored that. I don't really want to do that one anymore. They could switch if that's okay in your family. Or if it's a skill, especially an instrument, they should continue to do their daily habit with that instrument or whatever they're learning, that skill, for the duration of the summer. It's only 6 or 8 weeks. It's really not that long. It seems like eternity for teens, but it's not that long. So those are my 3 challenges. What challenge do you think that you would have for your family? And today I don't want to let you go empty-handed. I have created a bucket list challenge for my students that I will be doing in Mindset Momentum next week. And I'd like to give you that document. So it's just a checklist of a whole bunch of ideas, and they're very general, so that they'll just get your mind going. And you can do that with your family and do a family bucket list. You could do it, each person in your home could create their own summer bucket list. So I have the link in the description. Go ahead and click on it. It will be a copy link, so you will copy it. You press the copy button and it will open up in your own Google Drive, and then you can download it and edit it, or you can edit it and then print it, or edit it and download it, whatever you would like to do with it. And most of all, I want to see your student succeed. I want to see your student grow and develop this summer. And if you have any questions at all about how you can help your student to grow, to learn, to be more self-motivated, I want to be there for you. So please reach out and ask me those questions, and I hope that you have a lovely late spring and a wonderful summer, and I will talk to you again very, very soon.